Hi, Aidan here from Move More, just bringing you a few short exercises that you'll be able to do in the confidence of your own house. They're going to require the minimal equipment, so we're just going to get cracking on here.
Starting off with the lateral raise, working the muscles on the top of the shoulders, just lifting the arms from the sides, just up to shoulder height. As you can see, Aidan's keeping the back nice and straight and keeping the feet on the move. With this exercise, we're working for 30 seconds. Concentrating on the muscle area on the top of the shoulders. Moving on then, we're going to do the frontal raise, working the muscles on the front of the arms and shoulders. Making sure once again the arms are nice and relaxed, just slightly bend at the elbow and shoulder height and no higher. Once you've your 30 seconds complete, we'll finish off this wee set with the bicep curls, working the muscles on the front of the arm, gently easing the fist towards the shoulder, keeping the feet on the move and concentrating on the area at the front of the arm that's been worked. So we've worked 3 different exercises for 30 seconds with a wee rest if you need it in between.
Just bringing you 3 more simple exercises that you'll be able to do in the safety of your own home. The only piece of equipment you need for these next 3 exercises is just a simple household chair.
This set of exercises is concentrating on working the major muscle groups in the legs. So the first exercise here is known as the sit to stand. So as you can see, feet are slightly apart. It is easing the bottom towards the chair and coming up into a standing position. Keep the feet flat at all times throughout this exercise and use the heels when you're coming back up onto your feet again. Moving on, exercise number 2, seated leg extension, working the muscles on the front of the thigh, extending the leg out nice and straight, pull the toes in towards the shin, hold it for 3 or 4 seconds and release. Making sure to do alternative legs and keeping the back nice and straight. This time we're working the muscle on the lower part of the leg known as the calf muscle, using the chair for support, standing up nice and tall, feet slightly apart and coming up onto the ball of the foot. You should feel this working in the bottom part of the leg in the calf muscle. Remember, it's 30 seconds at each of the 3 stations, repeating this 3 times.
The only thing we need for these exercises is just a wall that is safe, all apparatus clear from the side of it, from the side where you are, and we just get cracking.
Exercise number 1 is the wall press. Working the muscles on the front of the chest. Aidan is just step back from the wall with the feet slightly apart, about hip width apart, hands out just slightly wider than shoulder width apart. So for this exercise, Aidan is leading down with the forehead, keeping his hands in contact with the wall at all times and extending the arm out nice and straight. Moving on now to the second exercise here, which is the hamstring curl. We're going to continue with the wall for support and we're going to gently ease the heel in towards the bottom and release. You can keep the feet close together, or if you want to make it a wee bit harder to increase the range of movement, we can take the feet out slightly further apart. Working the muscles this time on the back of the thigh. Exercise number 3 is the side taps. So tapping out to the side, this can be done with alternative toe taps, or if you wish to work for a set of 8 on one side and then change to the opposite. Making sure you keep that supporting foot nice and flat and just tapping the toe out to the side and the body up nice and tall.
Your own home, the only piece of equipment we need for these exercises is either your front or your back door step or the bottom step of stairs.
First exercise is the high knees, working the major muscle groups in the legs. This exercise, you can lift the knee up a wee bit further to increase intensity or add the arm movements in. If you prefer, you can keep the hands on the hips just so that you're more comfortable and better balanced. Moving on now to the step. With regard to the step, we can start off with a wee tap with alternative toes, or if you wish, you can begin to step up 1 foot at a time, making sure the leading leg is flat, up nice and tall, and adding the arms in if you wish, for example, a wee bicep curl, or just letting the arms relax at the side. So this exercise here is working the major muscle groups in the legs. You'll feel yourself getting a wee bit more out of breath, working to your own level. Moving on now to the third exercise, and this is the reverse toe tap. So I want you to stay up nice and tall. Alternative legs, taking the toe behind, bend the front knee, and just take the toe behind. Once again, working all the major muscle groups in the legs, keeping the back up nice and straight.